I've spent 1,567 hours of my life playing a stupid video game. The first time I was introduced to video games was when I was around 7 years old.
My hobby is playing video games.
I had this iPad that I shared with my family, and one day my dad decided to install a game about the Smurfs. It was the kind of game where you had a village and you had to upgrade it over time using resources. And to get those resources, you needed to plant vegetables, wait for them to grow, and collect them. But it had a system to ensure you got addicted, which was that if you didn't collect the vegetables a few hours after they finished growing, they would spoil and you would have wasted the resources that it took you to plant them. The game got to a point that my mom had to wake up at 3 a.m. to collect the vegetables in order to not lose the resources and maximize the progress in her village. This was exactly where my family figured out that the game was way too addicted, and they took the wise decision to uninstall it. This was the first time I ever played a video game, and I didn't know it yet, but it was the beginning of a miserable and detesting phase of my life. I've always struggled to make friends, so basically my entire life has been spent in loneliness. But video games were my escape, and there I easily made friends and I no longer felt lonely. Therefore, I spent all of my free time playing video games, because it was the only place where I felt love. In the digital world, I didn't have to worry about any of my insecurities. I didn't have to worry about messing up, and I finally stopped being shy, and for the first time in my life, I felt free. It was the best period of my life, but I would soon realize that for every good thing there's a downside, and I was digging my own grave. 2021 is when I played the first game of League of Legends, the game that would ruin my life in the following years. If you've never played League of Legends, it's a 5v5 MOBA game where each player picks a champion, and the goal is to kill the enemies and ultimately destroy their nexus. The most addictive thing isn't the game in and of itself, it's the ranking system, where you can progress over the ranks as you become better at the game. This seems fun, but it starts to get dark when you realize that your rank basically symbolizes status inside of the game. If you're arguing with someone inside of the game and he's a higher rank than you, your opinion doesn't matter. This led me to a crippling anxiety when I was playing ranked games, because I was basically risking my status. I was always scared of playing ranked, and when I had the courage to play, my hands would start sweating and my heart rate would literally skyrocket. Even to the point that after playing one single 30-minute game, I would feel exhausted. After months of playing, I finally reached the rank that all my friends desired: Gold. My status and confidence were through the roof, but so was the fear to demote. You might think that I reached gold easily, but I didn't. League of Legends ruled my emotional state. If I won more games than I lost, I would be happy, but if I didn't, I would be depressed. But the worst thing is that my family would be the ones to suffer my emotional breakdowns. Most of the days we were having lunch together, I would be pissed off that I lost too many games and shout at my parents for no reason. That did significant damage to our relationship, and even today, a year later, some of that damage lasts. League of Legends was ruining my life, but I couldn't quit because I was way too addicted, until one day I finally took the leap and decided to quit. It was one of the hardest things I've done in my life, but it was well worth it. After 1,567 hours played and 258 books that I could have read, I finally quit League of Legends and started to improve my life. If you're going through a journey like mine, stay hard and keep pushing. I promise that no matter how difficult it seems, if you keep trying, you're gonna make it one day. Good luck.